I will tell you my story. Our story. What is the reason, you ask? The story needs to be told, and if there is no one left to tell it, its meaning will be lost. Why now, you ask, when all lies shattered around us? Yes, you are right. But we are at the end of times, and when something ends, something else begins. So my story might yet live on in this world. They gave me different names. They called me the hero, the one who sacrificed everything to save the people and the land. They called me the destroyer, who betrayed the trust of all races and brought the end of times. I am both, and I am neither. I want you to hear me, see through my eyes, understand the reasons for the things I have done, and before I pass from this world, I need to be judged. I need you to judge me.
Hello and welcome. This is Sahara playing Tower of Time. Okay, brand new Let's Play for me, and pretty much blind. I did get to my first battle and I died, because I always die. It has a different combat system than what most of these RPGs do. Okay, so let me see here. I think my audio... yeah, it's fine. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do a new game if I gotta go back. New game. So you can either choose normal, RPG, lit, light, or pre-made death. I'm going to go ahead and do normal. You can do it as just based on story, easy, or normal. I'm kind of almost tempted to do easy because I don't like dying a lot. But I'm definitely not going to do hard or epic, though some of the things that we're reading, that epic is good, but not for me. I think we would go ahead with normal. I suppose maybe I can always change it. I don't know. Alright, let's start.
Our land is dying, and we are dying with it. This was not always the case. Artara was once a place of wonder and beauty. The 5 races thrived in peace and harmony. Then, long ago, something happened. A cataclysm of unimaginable proportions. Something so disastrous, we don't even have a name for it. For when it destroyed our civilization, it took with it all knowledge of history. The past is now lost to us. Our future is uncertain. We are left trapped in a bleak and dismal present. The land itself is our enemy now. The weather extreme and unpredictable. Droughts persist for several weeks, followed by floods that wash everything away. Yet our gravest problem is the lack of sunlight. Storm clouds shroud our world in everlasting twilight. Without the sun, we are unable to grow food, and so we struggle to survive this dark world, a seemingly hopeless battle. I look back now to when I was a young boy, living on the fringe of the human domain. While hunting for food, I stumbled upon ruins uncovered by a recent earthquake. A bad omen, normally avoided. But this time, something drew me in.
The art is amazing here. The entire morning passed without the sign of a single rabbit. Rarely was hunting so bad in the woods surrounding your village. It felt as if something unnatural lingered in the air. A frightening thought that sent a shiver down your spine as you slowed your pace and gazed through the trees to a scene of total devastation. This is the beginning 25 years ago. The forest laid before you, sundered, littered with jagged rocks and vast chasms, the aftermath of the earthquake 3 days past. Pushing back the impulse to flee home, you moved closer. The adults tell stories of the world, regurgitating treasures from long ago. Just a look, you convinced yourself, your curiosity shortly rewarded by the sight of a large fissure emitting a dazzling blue light. Against your better judgment, you squeezed through the gap, leaving behind the world you'd always known. What is this place? It looks like a different world. That must be me as a child. Perhaps I should turn back. The elders are very strict about all the old stuff. If you come across anything strange that belongs to the old times, don't touch it. Don't press any buttons. Don't take any crystals. Come back and tell an adult immediately. Blah. They're sick. They're scared of their own shadows. It can't hurt to look around. That's what a young boy would do, too. Okay. Also, we have a map. We have a main map. But we also have a mini map. Sorry, over here. I couldn't get anything else to work, like I for inventory or J for journal, maybe because I'm still in the process of it. This is just gorgeous. Gardens of Sorrow, 3 miles. Hebben Car, 9 miles. Answick Bridge, 14 miles. Those names don't mean nothing to you. Those names mean nothing to you. Sorry, I'm bad English there. It's the chasm. That's just, I would be scared there. You lean over the bridge and look below, but see only blue mist swirling. Okay, I missed all that, but that's fine. You can't really go too many places. It's very... Oh, can we break these? I didn't even notice that before. As you approach the statue, its eyes flicker with life and it speaks. Welcome to the sanctum of the first magus. Please state your business. I just wanted to look around. The first magus awaits you, Ambassador Chum Sable, representative of the king under the mountain. Who? No, wait a second. I'm just a boy from the village. I was taking a look around, then there was a... The Sanctum Guardians have been alerted. They will escort you to the administrative captain. Please, do not be alarmed. Maybe I'll just go back the way I came. Please, stay where you are and do not be alarmed. The Sanctum Guardians will escort you to the administrative captain. Resistance is not advised. You wait apprehensively for a moment, but nothing happens. Okay, so... Oops, stairs. That's just beautiful! Below you lies a large throne filled with immense luminescent crystals. As you peer over the edge and focus your attention on one of the larger blue crystals, a faint voice calls out to you. That must be the throne over there. Fear is the gatekeeper that turns back the masses. Have courage. Your destiny beckons. Who are you? What is this place? Come to me. The time is nigh. A powerful desire to leap off the edge of this precipice to the throne far below washes over you. Sweat breaks across your brow as you force yourself back step by step. The voice vanishes, but the irresistible urge to reach the throne remains. You look around for a safe way down. Don't throw yourself off the edge. Alright. Nope, way down here. Oh, here we are. Nope, not there. And down here. I would be like right against the wall. I'd be scared to death of the heights. Uh-oh. Look, a boy approaches. Another human after all this time, but a mere child. He doesn't have the skill to survive this place. And yet he has come this far. Perhaps he is ready. Ready? For what? This is all premature. He must develop the power, or else others will manipulate him. Yes, I sense it now. Are you capable, boy? Do you know magic? Magic? No, of course not. I'm just a hunter. A hunter? But of what, I wonder? Tell us, do you always know where to aim your bow, even with your eyes shut? Enough. Leave him be. He doesn't understand. Besides, he poses no threat, yet. Yes, let him pass. Let him see for himself. Very well. Go ahead, boy. Embrace your fate. My fate? My fate of what? A large figure made of stone and crystals looms over you. When you touch it, you can feel a strange, rhythmic pulsing. You quickly withdraw your hand. I like his blood. Heart, maybe? Bookshelves. Oh. Rows upon rows of dust-covered books. You must tell the village elders about it. Perhaps they will not be mad at you then. Yes, because they want knowledge. Don't we always want knowledge? Armor shield. A beautiful armor made of pure gold. It shines as if polished yesterday. Burst Magus. Okay. Another statue. Another First Magus. Helena. More bookshelves. It's over here. Can we get over here? Wow, lots of books down here. And more books. A boy? You are still a child, and yet you heed my and yet you heard my call. How can this be? Tell me. I don't know. Please let me go. I am scared. I just want to go home. Yes, I can sense your fear, but this fear does not rule your heart. There is something else. You are different, as I once was so long ago. You are inexperienced, your ability undeveloped, but there is no mistake. Such dominant, virile, raw power. An indisputable match. I don't understand. There is much to explain, and where I have the will, I do not possess at the time. I grow weaker by the moment. It took all my strength to raise the tower again, and I must rest now. Okay, so you caused the earthquake. In time, you will forget this place. You will grow strong and skillful and find a position in your world. For this, before I release you, I must entrust in you an insatiable desire to return. I feel strange. What are you doing to me? For some day, many days from now, you will return to this tower. Seek me in its depth, and on that day, when my power has recovered, we will talk again. Please, please, let me go. Forgive me, boy. You will come to understand, I promise. The memory of this meeting will vanish from your mind once you leave this place, but you will return as surely as a seedling reaches for the sun. Go now, run. This place is not safe for a child, even for you. Learn thyself. Give thyself to the world as I have. Return when you are ready. And then... here I go running off. First was a vision, now this is...
Descending the stairs led me to a crystal throne which glittered with swirling light. I felt strangely compelled to approach and sit. As I took my place upon it, a sudden torrent of light enveloped me. The illumination overwhelmed my senses. I grew nauseous and weak, but before I lost consciousness, the throne ejected me to the floor. I fled and told no one what happened, for fear of being deemed tainted and banished from the village, for this was the way of my people. I tried to forget the experience, to convince myself it was my overactive imagination. But the visions that followed said otherwise. Every night, the nightmares came. Their torment highlighted my confusion, as each morning I remembered little, fragmented images, words which made no sense, nothing more. I would have thought myself mad, if not for the strange, incomprehensible symbols I often drew in the sand. Proof that forces beyond my understanding were at work. People in my vicinity kept their distance, and I think they feared me. Over time, they learned to tolerate my unusual nature, but I was always alone, left to brood and ponder my strange fate. One winter, it all came flooding back to me. I realized the crystal throne sat not at the bottom of some ancient ruins, but at the top of a construction incomprehensible in scale. That the ruins were not ruins of some lost city or ancient castle, but a single massive tower buried deep within the earth, and buried upside down. Some unexplainable force had lifted the construction into the sky, rotated it, and driven it into the ground. In that moment of clarity, I knew one thing above all others. I had to go back to that place, for the power within was the one thing that could save Artara. Years later, I found myself a commander in the last human kingdom's militia. The king, a just man and good friend, granted me a favor for my years of loyal service. I had but one request: a small force of men and resources to return to the village of my birth and explore the tower. Preoccupied by an eroding empire, the king held little interest in ancient ruins and towers. He did, however, see the reclaiming of a long-abandoned village on the border of an ever-shrinking kingdom as a boost to the people's morale. He gave me what I requested, and his blessing. So here I am, returning to the very place which has haunted me my entire life. It is a desolate place now. Time has not been kind to my village. Most of it has rotted or been washed away. Yet the tower remains just as I remember it. I am in awe of the power within, and perhaps fearful. The men and I are setting up the camp in the village, while Cain and Maev, two of my most capable warriors, will scout the tower. Once again, I feel its call. We must uncover its secrets. We must find a way to reach the power within. If we fail, it will be the end of us.
All right. So it was a tower that was buried upside down. Interesting. At long last, just as impressive as I remember. I have never seen anything like this, such green, healthy-looking plants. Whether by by natural or enchanted means, something about the soil here produces abundant life. The key to our salvation, whoever returns with the secret will be king of all Artara, or queen. Is this the secret we came for, my lord? New crops? I don't think so. No, there must be something else here. Where there is one secret, there may be others. The potential here could be limitless. If you seek to uncover the secrets of this place, and we will do so, Maeve and I will scout the area before you proceed. No need for unnecessary risks. Well appreciated, your concern is unwarranted, my old friend. After all, I survived this place as a child. But you're no longer a child, my lord. You are our commander, and we swore an oath to protect you. There may be outlaws or raiders lurking. Ha! Scoundrels are of no concern. I'm well aware, my lord is a skilled fighter, but this is a matter of regulation and duty, Kay. I shouldn't have to remind you of that. A commander's primary task is to command. Ours is to obey, and in this instance, assure his welfare. Maeve is right, of course. We cannot afford to lose you to some unforeseen danger on a long-forgotten trap. Allow us to clear the way and provide safe passage. At your discretion, old friend, but be careful. I recall an unease about this place. Strange mechanisms and statues of stone and metal, and something about the crystals. It is difficult to recall. The more I try to remember, the less clear it becomes, as if some will beyond my own works against me. I will return to the village now. Call for me once the way is clear. As you command, my lord. Normally I would allow the lady to go first, but duty calls for the stronger arm and the keenest combat sense to lead. Get behind me and stay close, fair maiden. This is going to be a long journey. Did you already forget what happened last time you kept calling me that? I wonder what did happen. So the commander leaves. So tell me more about my lord. You've known him for far longer than I. Well, for one, he wasn't highborn. He earned the king's respect in his position through service and skill. I had been in the king's guard just over 5 years when he first joined. A formidable fighter and quick learner, he showed immediate potential, but he often had this odd, distant look in his eyes. So odd. To tell you the truth, it spooked most of the other men. And what of this tower? Does he truly seek a way to heal the land? Or are we on a fool's errand? When you have spilled blood with a man on the battlefield, you know his mettle, Maeve. Maeve, I don't know what awaits us here, but I can tell you one thing. Whatever he is seeking in this place, he believes it will help us all. That's good enough for me. Okay. Let's see if I die this time around. I'm sure I will. Okay, so we have a sign. The broken statue is made of a smooth glass-like stone, the likes of which you have never seen before. Next to it, there is a wooden sign with an inscription. Here, at the fringe of the great northern forest, wise travelers seek the boon of Ranchoke. Whisper to her the name of your dearest, and gain grace of the willow and strength of the oak. Smirking. What's the matter, Kane? Don't think it'll work if you whisper your own name? It feels like a rather naive superstition. Besides, we have no time to waste conversing with a lump of rock. Let's go. Shh. Lighten up, shield guard. I was just joking. Okay. Alright, I suppose we gotta go the same way he did. Okay, here we go. These are the stairs. And there is gold. There's things that will glitter around. So you just gotta check to see what's glittering, if there's anything glittering. Anything over here? Nope. Okay. Gold there. Well, there's some glittering over there too, so I know there's more gold. By the great spirits, what is this? This water is so clear you can see straight through it. It tastes sweet too. The merchants back in the city would pay a week's wages for a pitcher of this. Look below. Have you ever seen fruit trees like that? Okay. Tree. If a merchant would pay a week's wage for a pitcher of that water, they'd give half their wealth for one of these things. Careful, eating strange fruit can have unexpected consequences. You didn't have any second thoughts about drinking the water here. Take a bite, they're amazing. I'll take your word for it. At least one of us will be clear-headed if they turn out to be poisonous. Yeah, great sense. That makes, I would say the same. Oh. I didn't see that before. Your champion found he scrapped a William, half buried, William, whatever, half buried in the soil here. They can barely make out some of the faded text. I have traversed this vast cavern 5 times over, and I now know that there is no way out. What have they done? Where are all the people? I was sitting with the quartermaster, praising the gods for the fine price being offered for my crops. The next moment, everything went dark. I awoke after who knows how long to find the middle of the page is ruined, but a few lines are readable. Alea and I know I will never see our little village again. Little valley again. I kept the seeds from one of our my plum trees, and I have planted them in a good spot with plenty of water. I planted 3, 1 for you and 1 for each of our children. Oh, how sad. Yeah, okay, so that's what that is. Yeah, I didn't notice that there before. Come on. Oh, it won't let you. Okay, there we go. So you gotta search everywhere, I guess. So, he is a resident of this tower when it went up? Interesting. Ancient, what? Okay, ancient scroll, okay. More gold. I'll take the money, honey. Okay, so I think 5 is... 5 is save. How do we know if it quick saves? Oh no. Does that give us our options? Okay, settings. We could do that as a save. Okay. Alright. Here again. Look at that. That's gorgeous, but it's scary as all get out. Looks like you were right. Hi, courier. Outlaws up ahead. Something's not right. Why are they just standing there? And this is where I died. One way or another, I'll get them to move. Get behind me. As Cain and Maeve come closer, their torchlight reveals fleshless soldiers of a long-dead kingdom. Those aren't outlaws, by the great spirits. What are they? Okay. So this is where I'm going to die again. So prepare for battle. A small group. Change party. I don't think I can change my party because all I have is them. We can have multiple people, but you can only select 4 at a time. So he is attack speed. That's her. That's him. Alignments. Okay. I imagine he's got to go first, right? He is first. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. She would be behind him. Okay. Can I... Oh, no. That's a charge. Alright.
Yes.
Start battle. So, we have these... And I know it's going to give me a tutorial, too. So we have... Stand ground, which means they're going to stand. Which we want her to stand.
Yes.
because she has got pistols. We want him to move because
May the light guide your path.
Okay, so we want him to move a little bit ahead of her.
Moving into position. All right.
Come on, can we move it?
Moving into
We
position.
won't move any further than that. I wonder why not. Okay. Start battle. Unit positioning. Position your units. Move Kane to a position where he can intercept enemies. He has light armor and can use a lot and take a lot of punishment. Keep Maeve in the back so she can deal death from the unchallenged. Let enemies come to you. Don't rush. Wait and observe. In Tower of Time, the reflex doesn't matter. Only your tactical awareness and observation skills. Threat mechanics. Your champions generate threat when dealing damage. Melee attacks generate 150,000 threat, and some skills generate extra threat. Enemies attack targets with the highest threat. Each enemy has its own hate list. When they are switching target, it is indicated by a monster icon above their heads. Here, one enemy is breaking from Kane and moves to attack when they are when they are switching targets. Okay, to attack Maeve. Maeve, whatever. My whatever. I can't remember how it's pronounced. In tactical mode, spacebar, you can see the red lines showing which champion is currently targeted by each enemy. This is a very important part of the combat. Let Kane do his job. Make all enemies focus on him. You can switch between slow time and pause at any time in menu. We recommend slow time. There are two combat stances that affect how your champions behave on their own. In stand ground, units will never move by themselves, which is useful if you want to group them together for like a area heal or an aura effect. In move and attack, they will automatically attack the closest enemy moving by themselves if needed. Some skills require a second click to confirm the cast anywhere on the screen, while others require marking the target area and then confirming the cast. Enemies in range of the skill are highlighted. Do not waste mana needlessly. It regenerates slowly in early game. Use skills efficiently and maximize the number of targeted enemies. Certain enemy skills will target the ground. Red circles show an area of the impact. Move your champions outside the range. Interrupt the cast or break the channel. Certain effects like blind, daze, stun, freeze, as well as gravity effects, pull and push, do that. The key to victory on higher difficulties is to use both the battleground terrain and skills which affect the map to your advantage. Look for choke points and natural obstacles. If your champions are low on health or mana, withdraw them to a safe location until they recover. Okay, so I need to put him, he's moved. See, now if I push what I'm trying to think of, he's targeted on her and he can't be targeted on her. If I push the space bar, it makes it go slow. It also gives, now he's focused on him. All right. All right, here comes some more. She's got to move.
Right between the eyes. All right.
Oh, and he's almost dead.
How may I help you?
Get him. There you go. Okay, now we got more coming up here, and they throw. Yep, so he needs to. Alright, he needs to.
Will do. Affirmative.
And this is where I died at, because, oh, there's some more coming in.
Your wish is my command.
Alright, he needs to get behind the rocks. Alright, can we heal him with some more? Nope. Okay.
All right.
Move. Alright, she got rid of him.
Position.
Come on.
All right. Will do.
Alright, let's get after him.
Affirmative.
Alright, I got him that time. Victory, you have found a shield and 7 coin. Okay, whoo. I had to move them around more this time. Okay, if I had not seen them with my own eyes, bought them with my own hands, dead, risen from the ground, what evil is this? Such undying determination. Look, there, the severed arm still twitches, intent on continuing the fight. I'm just glad they fell easily enough to blade an arrow. Did they really? Because I didn't think they did. Okay. Perhaps we were just lucky. Next time we draw farther back. Your bow is of no use too close to the front line, and your presence only distracts me from the battle. All right, thank you. We've just dispatched the living dead, and you lecture me over tactics? Really, Kane, sometimes you take your duty and rank too far. After all, you thought they were ordinary outlaws and led us right into them. Ha! Alive or dead, they were no match for my skill with the blade. Whatever you say, Kane, arguing with you is like talking to a stone wall. Shall we go back and tell my lord about this? Not yet. We have our duty to complete. Let's continue and see what lies ahead. Equipment. Okay, so press an icon at the top of the screen or I key to access your inventory. Okay, and party management screens. Okay, so now the I key comes into play. So we have a shield. Inventory is shared between all your champions. Each hero has basic equipment. White. Okay. When you remove any magic from the character slot, base gear is automatically equipped. If an item cannot be used by a given champion, class restrictions, it is marked red. You cannot sell items, but you can destroy them to recover some resources. To dismantle an item, click the dismantle button and then click the item you wish to dismantle. Okay. So we have, what is this? We have a, alright. Itemization is very rich in Tower of Time. There are several statistics which can be attached to an item. Next to an item icon, there are several small gray boxes. These here. Oh, these up here, okay. Which increase the number of possible upgrades in Item Forge that this item can receive. It will be explained later when you get access to this technology. Number on an icon, in this case, I1, indicates item tier. Okay, so item names. Each item can roll either a prefix or an apex. Green items. Or both of them, blue and purple items. In the example below, one of the weapons is of sparks. Where does it say that? Of sparks. To X. Which adds 1 to 3 air damage, while other is jagged, which adds bonus armor prevention. Oh, jagged, okay. Here it is, steel axe of sparks, which adds 1 to 3 air damage, and then jagged, which adds bonus armor prevention. Okay. One example of specialization is that two-handed melee weapons have cleave damage percentage. When you attack an enemy, percentage of the primary target damage is also applied to all enemies in cone area in front. As you get access to higher item tiers, new statistics can roll, some of them even with negative impact. Yeah, I know about the cleave damage. I always loved that. They have that in Exiled Kingdoms and Legends of Isenwald. They had cleave damage, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we have a shield, and I assume this is going to go to... It goes to all though, right? All. Weapons. Armor, jewelry. Okay. Character. Character sheet. You have 3 unused attribute points. You can see the effect of each point by observing the numbers on the right hand side when you press plus or minus. Hover over the attribute or any other statistics to see its detailed description. Click Approve to confirm your distribution. You can reset your points for a modest cost. Okay. Kane. So that's who I'm concentrated on, right? Okay, so he has 3 points left. Might. Increased damage of melee and range attacks, physical and magic at 1 plus in armor. Okay, so speed. Increases attack speed. Now, that's probably mastery. Increases power of skills. Also increases mana regeneration in combat. If man is to survive this world, it will be by courage and duty alone. When I first joined King Draci, his soldiers fled from me as if I carried the sickness. Only one guard seemed at ease around my unusual nature, Kane. Oh, okay. Kane is intellectually smart and a sound technician. Alright. That's okay. Okay, so I know we need that. That took 2 points. And life is what? I assume life adds more. Life. Increases maximum health. Yeah, we probably need that too. Alright. And so level 1, health, mana. So even though he's not magic, he does have mana, resistance. Okay. Then her. She has 3, obviously, life. And she's going to probably need more speed. Okay. Now let's go to, he's going to get the shield inventory. Here we go. Okay. So he's leveled up. Got him leveled up. Alright. So we're almost at 45 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and close down this episode, and then we're going to explore more of this cave. Did he heal himself, I wonder? I know they do regenerate after time, so... Oh, did we find everything here? Looks like we did. Anyway, if you're enjoying this, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.